Cops target black family at diner. Unaware the father is a Navy SEAL waiter. Second, tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Was supposed to be a peaceful Sunday breakfast. A black family sat down at a small-town diner, smiling, laughing, enjoying a rare morning together. But the waitress kept watching. Then, the manager whispered something into a phone. Within minutes, 2 officers entered, their eyes locked on the father as if he were a threat. No crime, no complaint, just suspicion. However, no one knew that this quiet man had led covert missions abroad and earned medals for saving lives. What happens when America's heroes are treated like criminals at home? Watch until the end. Tyrone Hayes had served his country with honor 15 years in the Navy SEALs, tours in Afghanistan, Iraq, and beyond. Now retired, he focused on what mattered most, his family. That Sunday morning, he and his wife, Camille, took their 2 kids to a small-town diner while on a road trip through the South. It was supposed to be simple pancakes, orange juice, and laughter. The moment they walked in, though, something shifted. Conversations dipped. Eyes lingered. The waitress greeted them with a forced smile, and the manager glanced nervously their way. Tyrone, calm and observant as ever, noticed everything. But he didn't say a word. He'd been trained for far worse. Still, when the manager stepped away to make a phone call, something in Tyrone's gut told him this wasn't going to be an ordinary breakfast, not for a black man with a military bearing. And a protective instinct still sharp as ever. Just as the kids were coloring on their placemats and Camille was sipping her coffee, the door chimed. 2 police officers entered. They scanned the room and headed straight for Tyrone's table. Air shifted. "Sir, we got a call about a disturbance," one officer said, hand near his belt. Tyrone raised an eyebrow. "We just sat down." The manager peeked from the kitchen, nodding subtly at the officers. Camille's face flushed. "Is this happening in front of our children?" she whispered. "No shouting, no broken laws. Just a black family trying to eat breakfast." Tyrone remained calm. But beneath that stillness was something powerful, a storm of dignity and restraint built from years of discipline. Stood up, slow and deliberate. "Before you go any further," he said quietly, "you should know who you're speaking to." He reached into his wallet, not for an ID, but a Navy SEAL Challenge coin engraved with a trident and his name. "I've served this country in ways you can't imagine. I've led rescue ops. I've buried brothers." The officers hesitated. Camille stood too. "Our children are watching." "Is this what you protect?" The room had gone silent. Diners stared. Phones began to record. The officers stepped back. One cleared his throat. "We're sorry, sir. Enjoy your meal." But the moment wasn't over. Not for the Hayes family. Not for the people watching. Because something inside that diner had just shifted, and not just the mood. Tyrone looked directly at the manager. "Your fear almost traumatized my children." His voice didn't rise. It didn't need to. The strength of a Navy SEAL was in control. The manager stammered. We just had complaints." "From who?" Tyrone asked. "Or was our presence complaint enough?" Woman nearby stood up. They were just eating. "This is shameful." The crowd murmured in agreement. The officers, red-faced, turned and left. The manager retreated. Tyrone sat back down and gently placed a napkin on his lap. "Let's eat," he said softly to his kids, who still looked confused, but across the diner, eyes had opened. And one truth echoed louder than anything else. The same. Man who defended freedom overseas wasn't free from suspicion in his own country. The Hayes family finished breakfast, heads high but had changed. Not because they were broken, but because the truth had been exposed. The video of the incident quickly spread across town, then nationwide. The diner issued an apology. The officers received bias training. But more importantly, conversations ignited. People saw what had almost happened, how racial profiling nearly turned a peaceful meal into a crisis. Tyrone never sought fame, but his quiet strength reminded everyone that valor doesn't come with skin color, and neither should judgment. How many other heroes are misjudged every day simply because of the color of their skin? If you enjoyed this story and found it thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.